โอ้ はい。Take your ready. One break ending.
군도の滝にろてねないろ軍と残ってね
With your neck and dust. And I took friend, took venture fighters. These two members.